Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is an A2 level functional English lesson, and we're continuing on the topic of vacation. This lesson will be talking about vocabulary that you will need at the airport. So what can you see in each image? Well, here it looks like it's the arrival or departures board telling the flight number and the cities. Picture B looks like a backpack going through security. Picture C is a passport. And picture D is a sign showing the way to check in. So when you arrive at the airport, there are several things that you have to do before you board the plane. All right, so we're going to do this dialogue about going through security. I'll read it through the first time. Uh, Actually, we'll just read it because there are several parts here. There are more than two parts, so you can either pause the video and read this on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Okay, everyone, we need to hurry. The plane leaves in about an hour. Okay, so let's get in line to pass through security. Excuse me, madam, please take one of these trays. You must place your electronic devices in it. Also, do you have any liquids in your carry-on bags? You must place these in the tray too. Finally, you must remove all metal objects from your clothing. Keys, phones, coins, place them all into the tray. Now can you walk through the detector? Excuse me, whose bag is this? It's mine. I need to search it. You cannot take this large bottle of water, and you can't take this toothpaste. You can only take liquids in containers smaller than 100 milliliters. Alright, so now take a look at these items, see if you know the names of them, and whether or not you can bring them onto a plane. Can you place them in your checked luggage? So headphones first. These can be brought onto the plane. Um, Picture B is a cell phone. You can bring that on as long as you put it into airplane mode while you're in flight. Picture C looks like a Swiss Army knife. You cannot bring this in your carry-on luggage. I do believe you can put it in your checked baggage. Um, a cigarette lighter, you cannot bring this on the plane, and I don't believe that you can put it into your checked baggage either. Pets, you can bring pets if they're small enough to fit under the seat. You can, if their carrier is small enough to put under the seat, then you can bring them onto the plane. Otherwise, they would need to fly in the cargo hold with the luggage. And firearms, you cannot bring those onto the plane. I believe you can have those in checked baggage, but they have to be stored separately from the ammunition. They cannot be loaded. All right. Now we have another conversation, another dialogue about at the check-in counter. So look this over, see if you can figure out which words go into the gaps, and then restart the video when you're ready to check your answers. All right, Michael, please look at the departure board. At which counter can we check in? Let me see, flight 450, check in at counter D. Oh, the flight has been delayed. It won't depart until 10:45. Hello, where are you flying today? We're off to Sharm el Sheikh. Flight 450. Lovely. A vacation in the sun. May I have all of your passports, please? Thank you. And can you place your bags one by one onto the belt? Okay. 19 kilograms, 16 kilograms, 18 kilograms. Great. Thank you. And that bag? Do you want to check it in? No, this one is a carry-on bag. Fine. Well, here are your boarding passes. If you look here, you have seat numbers 26A, 26B, 27A, and 27B. You're departing from gate 112. You don't have a lot of time, so I suggest that you head straight to passport control. Thank you. It says that boarding starts in 30 minutes. Yes, and you need to go through security again before you reach passport control. Have a great flight, and don't forget your passports and boarding passes. Thanks, I almost forgot them. All right, so before you go to the gate, you have to you must pass through passport control. And so in which order do these events happen? So you can pause the video, number these, write down your answers, and then restart the video when you're ready to check. Okay, so first you would hand your boarding pass and passport to the officer. The officer looks at your photo and details and compares them to your physical appearance. The officer may ask you some questions about yourself and your travel plans. And finally, the officer will place an exit stamp in your passport and return it to you. All right, again, you can pause the video and fill in the blanks and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So on your way to the gate, you might have time to shop. Many passengers like to purchase duty-free items. These items are tax-free, which means that they are often cheaper to buy at the airport than at home. However, you must take the goods on the plane with you. Common items purchased are electronics, perfume, and high-end clothing. Also, you can usually find stands which sell beverages and food. At most of these, you can generally pay with different currencies. Finally, if you want something to read on the plane, don't forget to drop into the newsstand, which sells international newspapers and magazines. All right, so see if you can describe what happened or what is happening in each of these pictures and try to use full sentences. And then restart the video when you're ready to continue. All right, your friend Aaron will fly for the first time to a foreign country, so answer his questions to put his mind at ease. So what do I have to do when I'm in line for security? Well, you should probably tell him to have his boarding pass and passport or other ID ready to show to the officer. Can I request a seat away from the window? Yes, but he would need to do that at check-in. He can't do that at security. Can I take a water bottle in my carry-on bag? You cannot. You can take an empty water bottle, but you cannot take a full water bottle through security. However, you can buy water on the other side after you go through security. What about check-in? What do I need to know? Well, many airlines have self-check-in where you can either check in the night before or you can go to a kiosk and check in, print your boarding passes and your luggage tags, and then you still have to take them to the agent at the counter, and they will weigh the bags, check your information, your flight information, and your ID, and then they'll send the bags to be checked. And who do I have to show my passport to? You'll need to show it when you check in to the gate to the agent at the check-in counter, and then again when you go through security. All right, so this is a typical boarding announcement. Again, you can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We'd like to call all passengers traveling with us today on Flight 450 to Sharm el-Sheikh to board through Gate 112. Please have your passport and boarding pass ready to show our staff. So, of course, you must follow many rules while on a plane. Once you are aboard, a flight attendant will advise you of a number of things before takeoff. So, what do you think you must do or not do on a plane? Well, some things might include fastening your seatbelt when you're in your seat, following the instructions of the flight attendants, putting your phone into airplane mode, not smoking, using headphones if you're listening to music so you don't disturb other passengers. Those are just some of the things that uh, requirements when you're flying. So naturally, you will land at another airport, and in which order will you need to do these things? So again, you can pause the video and write down your answers, and then restart when you're ready ready to check. All right, I'm going to check the answers on these because I'm not exactly sure of the correct order, so we want to get that right. Go back here. All right, so first you're going to present your passport at passport control, receive an entry stamp in your passport, collect your bags from the luggage carousel, pass through customs where you may need to open your luggage for inspection, and then enter the arrival hall where you can obtain information about transport. So now, what is Louise talking about? Here, you'll read the sentence and then choose which item you think she's talking about. So when I looked at it, I learned that my flight was delayed for 8 hours. Well, she's probably talking about the departure board. I had gone over it by 15 kilos and I had to pay an extra $150. Well, that's the baggage allowance. The man asked me so many questions. Where are you going? For how long? Who are you traveling with? Passport control. And when I boarded, I discovered that someone else was sitting in it. That would be her aisle seat. Okay, this is Zoe. Yesterday she traveled to Barcelona. So make a story which provides answers to the questions below, and you can use your imagination. How did Zoe arrive at the airport? Was she running late? How much time did she have between her arrival at the airport and the plane's departure? At what counter did she check in? Did she have any problems at check-in? What did Zoe have to do at passport control? What questions did the passport officer ask her? And what did she answer? On her way to the gate, did she purchase anything from a duty-free store? And when she arrived at the gate, what did she do while waiting to board the plane? So go ahead and make up your own story about Zoe's trip to Barcelona. And here, if you're having trouble here are some more things that you might include in the story. When she exited the plane, where did she go to collect her luggage? After that, who did she show her passport to? What did the officer put in her passport? Why do you think that the customs officer stopped her? Did the officer find anything of interest in Zoe's suitcase? And once she was in the arrival hall, where did she go next? How did she get to her hotel? All right, now you can write some of your own dialogues for these situations. In the first one, you are a passport control officer. The passenger hands you a passport which shows that she has entered and exited the country 17 times in a month. She's always traveling on a tourist visa. So make up a conversation about what the passport control officer might ask the passenger in that situation and what her answers might be. You work for an airline. The standard baggage allowance is 20 kilos, yet a passenger has just placed a bag weighing 32 kilos onto the belt. The passenger has an economy class ticket. So again, write a dialogue between the airline staff person and the passenger, and imagine what they might say about the baggage or the bag that is over the baggage allowance. You work at security. The passenger comes through the detector wearing a metal necklace, a watch, and a metal belt. Additionally, the passenger is talking on his cell phone. So, again, write a small dialogue about the conversation that will take place between the security officer and the passenger. You work at passport control. When you open the passenger's passport, you notice the word canceled stamped on top of a visa. The passenger is flying to that same country. So again, you can write a dialogue as to what kind of conversation um, they might, the passport control officer might have with that passenger. And finally, you work at customs. A passenger comes past with 5 large suitcases. You feel that it looks a little strange since these suitcases appear very heavy, and you know that the maximum anyone can bring is 60 kilos on a first class ticket. So, again, write your own dialogue about what kind of conversation might take place between the customs agent and the passenger. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, and if you have any comments or questions, or if you'd like some additional help with your dialogues or your other writing, please send me a message in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.